Delighted to be joined here by Jamie O'Mara. Jamie, fantastic victory, a good result. Maybe the second half just maybe lost, maybe took the foot off the accelerator, maybe a small bit, but work was done the first half.
Yeah, no, I think our first half especially was very good. I think we scored 17 points, so that's a great return from your first half. I think the second half fizzled out a little bit. I think we kind of maintained that kind of 8, 9, 10 point lead. So I suppose, look, probably the tempo of the game dropped off a little bit, and then I suppose both teams made substitutions. I suppose Fourmile keeping an eye on next week, and ourselves then just kind of probably minding one or two and getting a couple of lads off the bench as well, you know. So,
and over recent years it feels like Moint Sion have been building again, a lot of youngsters coming through, and I suppose a couple of experienced heads there as well, but just seems to be gathering pace in the last couple of years. And it's, I suppose from your point of view, great to get 5 wins from 5 in the group stages.
Yeah, and just with the young lads, I suppose we've got to play a lot of them as well. So we have a panel of 29 and we've used every player, which is great. I suppose that's not something that's normal in Moint Sion especially, but the fact that we've had a chance to use a lot of 18-year-olds, we've 2 lads out in minor and we got to play them against Ferrybank, and I said for us that's good because that helps us going forward over the next few years. We know we have a couple of lads in our 30s and that, so look, obviously they're not going to stay playing forever, so look, we have to start blooding lads now, and look, so far it looks like they're up to the pace of the game, which is great for us, you know. So
I suppose the championship is a big place and you want to see players play, and just looking at the recent results and that kind of stuff, it's a very open championship. I know you got 5 out of 5, but you had a couple of close games, and Fourmilewater could have had 4 victories coming to this game. They had 2 wins, 2 losses, 2 1-point losses to Lismore and Passage, so it's nip and tuck in this group, and I suppose it's good exposure.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And just literally what I said to the lads is, I think anyone on their day in this competition can beat each other. I don't think there's a clear, oh, we're better than somebody else or they're better than us. I think there's a pack of 7 or 8 or 9 teams, and on any given day we can, like Fourmilewater beat us by 10 points 2 years ago, and like we flipped it around this time, but who's to say next year we play that they won't beat us. So I think everybody is kind of aware that of the standard of the teams in the championship, and that I think on our day, right, I think we can beat any team, and I think any team can beat us, so that's where we have to be mindful going into a quarter final.
I'm going to mention him, I have to mention him, I mentioned him in the commentary. Austin had a magnificent game, but just as I said in commentary, when he's in full flight he's one of the joys of hurling, isn't he? Like just the strike of the ball, the vision, the strength, just when he gets in his hand, you know it's in his head. It's just a joy to watch, and I'm sure it's a joy for him to be involved with the younger players and for yourself to manage.
Oh, absolutely. Like, look, I was lucky enough that we probably growing up had the likes of Ken and Tony. I got to play with them, and they were exceptional players at national level. Like Austin is in that bracket. Like, in fairness, I know he's had a tough year this year with injuries, and when he came back to us we had a good run of games, and then he just had a small little setback, but we just rested him for the first couple of games and we slotted him back in, and in fairness he's had to take into it really well. So I suppose, look, we're probably just minding him at the end. He just kind of landed on his neck a small bit, but he was grand, he came off, he was okay. But it is, in fairness, like when he gets that ball, he's dangerous from anything from 100 yards out. Like, he has to be watched, you know. So,
and you've got a lot of leaders in the team. Just listen to PJ there from our commentary, you could hear him giving instructions, and Stephen when he came on, and the 2 Martins. That must be great for younger players too, and Austin too, the encouragement they give to lads around him and the confidence, keep it going, keep shooting, keep trying. That's magnificent for the older players.
Yeah, makes my job easier anyway. That no, in fairness, the lads they've been brilliant. Like, they've been servants now for the last probably 15 years with Moint Sion, Midget and Martin, Stephen O'Neill and that, and in fairness to him, like anything you ask him up training, they'll never actually, you know what I mean, they'll always take ownership of everything, you know, and even on the field, as I said, you can hear him, and then to be backed up with the likes of PJ and Luke O'Brien and that, you know, it's actually, look, it's good, it's great so far, but as I said, we've nothing won, and you know what I mean, so we have to literally get back to basics again now, start planning for 2 weeks time.
And I'm going to say, you mentioned 2 weeks time, I suppose one of the controversial issues maybe the new championship in Waterford is the amount of games coming thick and fast, and I know you mentioned it before, and you have the 1 week break. I'm sure you're glad of it, but other teams won't.
Yeah, no, I just think it's extremely harsh on teams, because you could see it today, like, and I'm sure that came into Fourmile's mind in the second half. They have to go again next week. I don't think it's right. I think they deserve a week off after playing 5 weeks in a row. Like, if you were to look around Kilkenny, Tipperary, Cork, nobody else does this. We're the only team, we're the only county seem to do it, and I just wonder why. And like, would we not follow the model of other counties as well? Give our hurling teams more of a break, let them kind of reset, be at their best when it comes to knockout hurling, because in fairness it'd be terrible to get knocked out of a championship because you've picked up 2 or 3 injuries that could have been cleared up in 10 days, and that's my point on it. And I just think, in fairness, like, you think of, you go up into next September now, next month, there's no hurling really in the county. All the championships are finished. Like, I'm going to games in Moint Sion during the week. I'm at home and I'm telling them, right, I'm up to an under 16 game on a Monday, I'm going to on a Wednesday it's minor, it's junior B, junior C, and like September then we're probably going to be sitting there looking at the field empty. And I just think a little bit of space it out and trying, like, the pitches are good up to the end of September, and for me, keep the hurling teams going. And I know, look, football championship has to come in as well, but I just think there might be a better way of doing what we're doing at the minute.
Thanks, Jamie, congratulations, best luck with the rest of the championship. Thank you.
Thanks.